Hey guys, Scott here, coming to you from the Bank Breakers studio. Just bringing you a quick little video here. This is something that happened in my personal life. Didn't have anything to do with gambling, but it's one of those situations where you really wish that you had a dash cam, and then when you do get a dash cam, you're like, oh man, I'm glad I had a dash cam because nobody would have believed me. Or you don't really see the impact of something like this unless you see it in person. You know, someone can describe it, but picture's worth 1,000 words, right? So what we're going to see here is, as you can see, I'm driving out of my apartment complex here, and right over here at the end of the driveway, there's a four-way stop, and you have to stop, 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 stop. All right. So let's get going here, and we'll see right about here. Okay, you can see a police officer has come up to one of the stop signs, and he's actually turning left. He's going to be turning into my apartment complex here. So as you can, in about 2 seconds, there's going to be a car that comes into frame. Bam, there he is right there. See this guy? We're going to call him Mr. Joyride, because Mr. Joyride doesn't believe in stop signs. He thinks stop signs should be illegal. He doesn't think stop signs have any purpose whatsoever, so he just ignores them completely. Now we're going to go up here a little bit more, and you can see the officer has already stopped, and he's starting his turn. He's starting his left-hand turn here. So, you know, he's about to realize that Mr. Joyride over here, right here, Mr. Joyride, and you notice I'm going to play it right here until he hits the so right here he's at the stop sign. Notice there is no brake lights, and Mr. Police Officer realizes, hey, this guy's not stopping, so he slams on his brakes, and all of a sudden, if you notice, right when he gets right there he looks over and sees, oh crap, there's a cop right there, and I almost hit him, and I ran a stop sign. Ooh, not a good day, not a good day. So as you can imagine, he just keeps on going. And the brake lights are on now because he realizes he made a mistake. But I want you to watch something really funny happens here. As he gets right about there, bam, brake lights go away. I think he just decided, you know what, F it. I already ran the stop sign. I already almost ran over a police officer. I mean, he's either going to pull me over or he's not. I mean, we all know he's going to pull him over, but it's one of those things where I guess he just decided, you know what, I'm out of here. If it was me and I saw that, I would just pull over immediately, and I would just start groveling and, you know, telling the police officer that, you know, I don't know, that I'm having a bad day and just thinking about other stuff, and my mind wasn't on it. I just totally missed it, and hope that he would have mercy on me, but you never know. Well, another funny thing that happens here is you can see I'm at the stop sign here, and the officer and I kind of look at each other, and I think he's starting to he's trying to figure out if I'm going to like try to turn left, or if I'm going to try to turn right, or if I'm going to pull out into the intersection at all. But we lock eyes, and I just kind of give him a little wave, you know, like, hey, you go do whatever you got to do, buddy. So I stop here at the stop sign, and right then he realizes, okay, I'm not going anywhere. So, of course, he makes a U-turn, and right there, bam, red and blues already on. Didn't even wait until he got behind the guy. He's already like, he flipped the switch. He's like, I'm pulling this guy over. So as you can imagine, I am an EMT, so I'm used to being in the middle of accident scenes with lots of police officers and stuff. So I had to go see what was going on, see if this guy was drunk or if he was going to run from the police officer or what. But look how far he gets. He just kept on going, and the police officer took him all the way down to here to get him to actually stop. But he did eventually stop, which is great, and I'm super happy that that nobody got hurt. And that is like the number one thing. You don't want anyone to get hurt in any situation like this. So another thing that happens right here is you can see I just kind of slow down, and I'm trying to figure out if the officer wants me to pass or if he's wants me to stay there while he gets out and runs up to see see what this guy's see what kind of crack he's smoking or what. But anyway, so I just kind of slow down, and then right then he realizes, okay, he opens the car door. He realizes I'm coming through, but I already made a decision at that point. I couldn't stop. So he just kind of holds the door open until I pass. And so I just keep on going. And man, what a crazy video, right? Can you imagine that I mean, just think about if I didn't have a stop sign there, if I had the right of way and I would have just come out there and not paying attention and just gone through the intersection, that guy could have broadsided me right on my driver's side door and really hurt me. Like, that was like, what are you thinking, buddy? I mean, you got to pay attention to these stop signs, especially in these residential areas. You know, this is not like you're exiting a highway on an exit road or something like that. Like, you gotta really pay attention, and you could hurt somebody. And it could have been just more than me. It could have been I could have been a car full of a family of 4 or, whatever. So I'm just glad that nobody got hurt. It's awesome that the police officer was there to be able to take this guy down and see what he's going. And again, you never know what's going on in someone's life, right? He could have been crying because he was going through a divorce or something like that. You never know what's going on in someone's life. So I'm glad the police officer at least got him to stop so he could figure out what's going on, and then either, because this is I will say this stop sign, it's not the first time I've seen somebody run a stop sign in this neighborhood. So I feel like some of these little stop signs, people don't, they just kind of look, and if there's nobody coming, they just blow right through the stop sign. It happened, and I'm glad the officer was there to figure out. But I'm gonna rewind this real quick. I'm gonna do this one more time just to kind of run through it real time so you can see how scary it is, how fast that guy was actually going. He was probably going about 30, 40 miles an hour. He definitely could have hurt somebody. If that officer would have kept on going, like if he would have been, look how fast that guy, that was crazy. If that officer would have been looking down at his laptop or something and not paying attention, that could have been a pretty serious accident. I've come upon accidents on the ambulance that were less speed than that had a lot of serious injuries. So, but again, number one, thankfulness is that nobody got hurt. We got to figure out what was going on with the guy, or hopefully the police officers figuring out what's going on with the guy or girl or whoever it is, Mr. Joyride, or it could be Miss Joyride. We don't know. But anyways, that's just a weird video that happened to me in my personal life. Just wanted to bring it to you guys, and thought you might find it interesting. But all right, guys, we'll see you on the tables.